Thank you for tuning in to day 9 of the 17 Days of Sustainability presented by Adiagem TV. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and are excited for the days to come. Today you heard opening remarks from Microsoft's VP of AI and Sustainability Strategy, Gretchen O'Hara. Starting at 10 a.m., Gretchen O'Hara gave her opening remarks and described exactly what Goal 10 is. From there, at 10:15 a.m., we saw a power chat with Stephen James Tingus and his guest, renowned actor Kurt Yeager.
And I write and I produce, and I have a script on the blacklist, and I am pitching television shows with showrunners, and I'm developing things. And so I do a little bit of everything to build up a value to a production when I walk in as an actor. Because if I walk in as an actor and another actor walks in and we both perform the same, and they research us, and like I was just on the cover of the Wall Street Journal, working on getting in GQ. I have 100,000 followers. I have a script on the blacklist. I did that. All of a sudden they go, well, they were both good actors, but I believe this one more, not as an actor, but he's a professional.
After the interview with Stephen Tingus, we moved to a power chat between award-winning actress and singer Mary Milben and former advisor to Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela, Dr. Robert J. Brown, at 11:30 a.m.
Oh, I had a platform, but I wanted to use it for the greater good. I wanted to use the monies that they were putting out there for the greater good. And I felt that Dr. King and others like him would be the platform that I needed to lift up the country, lift up Black people, and to get us out of where we were, because we were coming from the bottom.
Following that extremely powerful power chat, Stephen Tingus joined us again with an impactful interview. His guest couple included award-winning actress Viola Davis and Hollywood producer Julius Tenen at 1 p.m.
The acting that you see working on a very small percentage of it, so it requires a lot of faith, a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work.
After that, we heard United Way's Senior Director of Policy and Advocacy, Lindsey Torrico, at 1:30 p.m.
COVID-19 is setting back the women's rights movement, gender equality by decades. And it's also having a big impact on child poverty and human trafficking and these other real challenges in our communities. And so I think we need to work quickly and comprehensively and collaboratively to make sure that we are addressing the root challenges around COVID-19.
Following Lindsey Torrico at United Way Worldwide, we heard from Candice Smith, Director of Engineering, Strategy, and Operations at Boeing, and Sherry Hashimi, Integrated Product Team Lead at Boeing.
For those listening, my ask is to get uncomfortable. When you're uncomfortable, that typically means you're growing. That typically means things are happening, you're learning, you're experiencing, you're stretching the boundaries of what you're in. Comfort can be very deceiving. If you're comfortable, are you trying something new? Are you pushing? Are you getting out of the bounds that you're normally in?
At 3 p.m., we listened to Simon Bland, Chief Executive Officer of the Global Institute for Disease Elimination in Abu Dhabi.
We do need to think carefully about how, if we do get great new tools, particularly a vaccine, how do we ensure that the distribution is done in a way that maximizes the chances of success of suppressing this virus everywhere and getting to the point where, we get back to some semblance of normality.
To wrap up the day, we heard from David Casey, Vice President of Workforce Strategies and Chief Diversity Officer for CVS Health, as he gave a power chat.
One of the things that I've been very clear about is that CVS Health as a company alone cannot undo the ravages, cannot undo the damage of 401 years of inequity in this country that Blacks and African Americans have faced. But we do have a role to play in helping to address equity going forward.
Looking forward, Wednesday, September 30th, will be day 10 of the 17 Days of Sustainability, and we have a day packed full of content surrounding SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities. Starting at 10 a.m., Gretchen O'Hara will give her opening remarks and describe exactly what Goal 11 is. From there, at 10:15 a.m., a power chat with Gerden Vandenacker, diplomat, head of health, labor, and social affairs for the EU delegation to the UN in Geneva. After that power chat with Gerten Vandenacker, we move to a power chat between Donovan Guin, U.S. lead tolling and congestion pricing, and SAP lead for state, local, and educational accounts at IBM, with his colleague Miro Holisi, global solution lead for national infrastructure and SAP government industry at 11 a.m. Next on the schedule, we hear from Scott Frisch, EVP and Chief Operating Officer for AARP at 11:30 a.m. Then at 12 p.m. noon, we will hear from Dr. Christine Galeb, Senior Director of Programs at the ION, as she speaks with Danae LaFloy, Senior Director, Partnerships at the ION Houston. To end the day at 1 p.m., we will hear a fascinating interview from Stephen James Tingus and character designer and TV show creator Joshua Leonard as we premiere episode 5 of IdeaGen TV Hollywood. We would like to take the time to thank all the participants for day 9 and cannot wait to hear the insights of our day 10 speakers. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment to which goal appeals to you and which insights you found most interesting. At IdeaGen, we have hosted summits around the world for the past decade with global leaders and luminaries. We have heard their insights and how their organizations have made a huge impact on a global scale. Now you have the opportunity to join us and get an inside look at their journeys of these global leaders with the IdeaGen's new masterclass. IdeaGen's masterclass provides viewers an unprecedented and never before seen look into the lives and stories of the world's most influential leaders. You may be familiar with their accomplishments and successes of many of these leaders from their time spent on a global stage. But do you know how they arrived to where they are today? The challenges they faced and the obstacles they overcame? IdeaGen's masterclass will provide you with a backstage pass to their life and journey and an up-close and personal look at these global leaders and luminaries, including former Ambassador John Negroponte, the first Director of National Intelligence, Robert Rees, founder and CEO of the CEO Forum, Dr. Robert J. Brown, former advisor to Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela, plus many more. Be inspired as IdeaGen interviews global leaders and luminaries on their impact, and then join the masterclass to discover their journey to success. Visit our website, ideagenglobal.com, and follow the tab to the masterclass section to learn more and subscribe today. Thank you for joining us as we continue to change the world.